Shalom, shalom. This is Brother Kasha Kwala coming back at you with another lesson, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Achakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Title of this lesson is E is a big, greedy monkey, man. I probably won't title it that, but more so like America is greedy as hell, man. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into the scripts and let the words of the Lord speak. It's Psalm 37:14. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Right? So it says the wicked have drawn out the sword. All right, so we see a gradualism taking place. Esau is about to make a move, or he's already made his move, but it's a systematic move, which we have to comprehend. Everything's not going to play out how we think it's going to play out. We know the gist, we know the broad spectrum of the plan according to the scripts, but going down to the very minor details, that's something that we're going to have to experience. So the minor details is what we're going to have to see through gradualism, okay? We know according to the scripts in 2nd Esdras, it talks about you can't go from city to city. We know that, all right? But how is it going to be implemented? You got to remember, these things aren't just going to happen overnight type shit. It's going to happen gradually. We can see martial law, because martial law is right now. It's just a very lenient martial law. We could see the government purposely shutting places down. You can't really go anywhere. No restaurants to go to, no bars. Can't even go. Niggas can't even go to barbershops to get their hair cut. We're starting to see grocery stores letting a certain amount of people in at a time. I know a liquor store right around the way where I stay, they only allow 10 people in there. All right. It's going to get to a point where things are going to be implemented. You got to stay 6 feet away from each other, and it's going to become the norm. Why is this going to become the norm? Because people are going to get used to it. All right. So we understand his gradualism. People are used to being quarantined now, meaning they voluntarily like to be in martial law right now. All right. That's how Esau's working. All right. So it says the wicked have drawn out the sword. One of the swords or weapons that Esau uses is deception with his mouth. All right. Oh, this coronavirus, you got to stay 6 feet away, social distancing, and, stay in the house, while people are getting laid off and millions are losing jobs and sources of income. Okay. It's a gradual setup, all right, to certain things that he wants to play out. People can't make money. People can't buy food. People riot. That simple. There's a quote saying, you take the food away, the people will go crazy. Just loosely paraphrasing. It says, and have bent their bow. Exactly. Bent their bow. All right. Not necessarily have shot it yet. When you bend the bow, it means you prepare. All right. It's a step to where you shoot the bow. First, you get the bow. Then you have to get the arrow. Then you put the arrow and the bow together. Then you bend the bow. Okay? We're at the point where he's bending that bow, getting ready to make his ultimate move. But it's going to gradually get there, just like the bow and the arrow bent. There's steps before that to where it gradually got to that point. Okay? It says to cast down the poor and needy. Exactly. So to cast down the poor and needy, for an example, these stimulus checks just hit some people's banks, okay? And it's like $1,000, $1,200, depending on if you qualify or not. When you see these other countries giving out to their quote-unquote stimulus checks to their civilians in their prospective countries, 90% of their 90% of their income that they made, 90% of worker salaries, 70% of worker salaries. I know Canada and Australia. Canada is giving $2,000 a month. Australia is giving $1,000 a month. In America, you get $1,000 check one time, maybe. That's casting the poor and needy down. And I'm gonna say this 100. $1,200 ain't too much, but there's people, millions out there who need $1,200 right now. I know for a fact because I work my job, what I do. It's an essential job to where we deal with people's utilities. People can't pay their bills. If you can't pay your bills, your lights get cut off, your heat gets cut off, your air conditioning gets cut off. All right, your electric gets cut off, so now your food spoils in your fridge that you work so hard to pay for. You see, but you may or may not get a $1,200 check. All right, depending if you qualify or not. Some people couldn't file their taxes those last 2 years. America doesn't give a shit because it's greedy as fuck. And more in my head, I'm thinking that this tax return, this stimulus check, is a goddamn tax advance where you're gonna have to pay it off at a later date. It says, "And to slay such as be of upright conversation," and that's the prophets. What's upright conversation? Telling people that what? Or having conversation with people, planting seeds in their minds to wake the fuck up and get out of this docile state of mind. That's an upright conversation to let people know that nuclear missiles are going to come destroy this place. That's upright conversation. To the naked ear, all right, it will sound like a bad thing, but this place getting destroyed is the best thing that could happen to not only the Israelites, but every other nation on the earth. Okay? So with that being said, in Psalms 37-14, the poor are not going to be poor for always. Okay? This is Psalm 9-18. For the needy shall not always be forgotten. The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. We ain't always going to be low like this. We're not always going to be trodden underfoot like this. We're not always going to be shit on a day-to-day basis. We're not. Because a change is going to come, like the song, "A change gonna come." My best singing impression. All right. This is Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. But that's not forever. It's just temporary. We had to sit in a low place because we messed up. All right. Esau thinking, no, you ain't really running not a thing, E. Only reason we're like this is because we went off from the Lord. He just used your retarded ass to punish us. That's it. It ain't gonna be like this forever. Just like when a kid gets a whooping. You think his dad is whooping his ass 24 hours, 365, 7 days a week? No. Stop, E. Okay? This slavery is just temporary. Seems like a long time to us, but it ain't too long. And we about to be out of it soon. Our sentence is almost over. So it says, verse 19, "Arise, O Yahweh, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight." Okay? That's what's coming. Us out of this poor and low, decrepit state to being put on a pedestal, you could say, being exalted by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. This is not forever. And this is comforting to know that the poor shall not perish forever. Hey, people out here are dying. They wake up poor, they die poor. They come out the womb needy, and they die needy. Okay? Verse 20, "Put them in fear, O Yahweh, that the nations may know themselves to be but men." Exactly. Because we know in the book of Thessalonians, Isaiah, the 14th chapter, Esau always talking like he God. All right? Or he's the omnipotent power. When the Lord stepped to your ass, you going to really know that you were just a man with flesh and blood and you ain't much of shit. E. All right? I'm going to start calling E nigga E. All right, nigga E. All right? So let's go to Psalm chapter Let's go to Psalm chapter 12, verse 5. And it says, for the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I rise, saith the Lord. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. Exactly. He's going to set us in safety. And what does this script remind you of? I'm going to get it really quickly. Okay. Let's go to Exodus chapter 2 real quick. And let's go to verse 23. Let me zoom in for you. It says, it came to pass in the process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage, right? So what? For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, right? It says, sighed by reason of bondage, and they cried, and their cry came up unto the Most High by reason of bondage. It's the same thing going on right now. Okay, so the Lord hears the elect 144 this time. He don't hear the rest of y'all niggas. He hears the elect 144, Lord willing we be part of that number, and he hears the 1/3 sighing and crying right now. Okay, he hears that and has respect to those cries, but those other ones, I remember I took you out of Egypt and you still didn't regard me. All right, didn't pay me no homage, didn't praise my name, except you made a bull and continue to act like niggas, and then you kept sighing when I took you out of the bondage. So no, y'all can get burnt up, but the elect 144, we recognize what the Lord did for us on our day to day, in our past, and all the way here in the book of Exodus, and all the way from the beginning of Genesis. We know what he did for us, and we acknowledge that every single day. Okay. So it says, verse 24, and the power heard their groaning, and the Most High remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And the Most High looked upon the children of Israel, and the Most High had respect unto them. Exactly. So it's the same thing with the elect 144. He's going to look upon them. He's going to remember the promises. He's going to remember the new covenant, okay, that he's going to make for us. And guess what? He's going to have respect unto those sighs and cries. He's going to get us out of here and bring us out of this low estate and bring us up. Okay? And that's going to happen. Just like Esau is going to make his moves, the Lord is going to get the needy and the poor out of their predicament. All right? He deals with the meek and humble of the earth. All right? It's going to happen. You know, so I just want to make that quick lesson that we being low ain't always going to be low. And Esau in America, greedy as hell for even putting their foot. We already low. We already of the ground. He compares us to a worm in Isaiah the 41st chapter, verse 14, meaning we're grounded, we're contrite. But Esau, here comes Esau putting his foot and digging it further putting his foot on our head and digging it further into the ground. Well, you're doing too much now. Now the Lord's going to have to intervene, get your ass out the power seat, and put the rightful, heirs of the throne to rule the earth. That's simple. So I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Brother Kachakwala. Until next time, Shalom.